I was very slim, 90 pounds, so I wasn't meant to be big. And they called me things like skinny girl, too slim, all the names that I didn't like. People don't realize that the names that people call you really affects you. So, and it was just a reminder that I was very, very skinny, and I hated being skinny. All of my siblings, we were small. My dad was small, my mom was small. So we weren't meant to be big, but we didn't realize that. So as a result of being so tiny and being called names, in my infinite wisdom as a teen, I wanted to gain weight. So what I did to gain weight was to eat junk food. Candy, pop, chips, anything I could consume, trying to gain just 1 pound or 2. I always wanted to be over 100 pounds. It's like, people are like, well, okay. But I've always wanted to be over 100 pounds. When I first started having kids, I was just like 89 pounds. So, and I was in my 20s. I was tiny, but it's okay. My mother was small, my dad's small. We weren't meant to be big people. So I just ate all types of food-like products. And as a result, I became toxic. Like, it was addicted to sugar and toxic. And being toxic, and we'll talk more about that in more workshops, being toxic means having mucus in your body. Mindset wasn't right. As a teen, I had low self-esteem. Tried to kill myself multiple times. My mind wasn't right. I'm consuming just all types of stuff that's just not good for you, not realizing that everything that I put in my body affects everything, mind, body, and everything. So this is like as a teen, and then it just continues. So we're going to move forward. We're just going to that just set the ground, the foundation to how I was eating. Addicted to sugar, addicted to junk food, starting in my 20s. I'm 50 now. So we'll imagine back in 2016, I was about 49, 47, something like that. 47, 49. But just years and years and years of consuming just anything that I wanted to eat. So we're going to move forward to 2007. I was okay, living life, praise dancing, just, full of energy. They called me like squirrel on crack or something, because I would get up on Saturday morning and get up, everybody clean up, get up, come on, we gotta go do this. And I'm just here, I'm there, I'm everywhere, just living life, just not even thinking that anything was gonna go wrong. Now, just keep in mind how I ate as a teen, then I started having kids. Eating habits were, I started incorporating fresh vegetables and fruit into their diet. But I still ate things like hot dogs, lunch meat, packaged foods, canned tomatoes to make tomato sauce. But I felt like I was doing something. I had fresh vegetables, fresh food. I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, so I felt like I was doing well for where I was at in my life, as far as feeding the kids and just trying to eat more healthier. But keep in mind, every grocery store trip meant a trip for me to get a box of Little Debbie's, snack cakes, honey buns, anything that I could get, and I would eat it in the car by myself. The kids would find my stash, like, can I have some? No, she'll tell you, no. And I was just like, still consuming all this sugary stuff.
We used to steal our snacks.
Wouldn't share with the kids, but it was for me. So you just imagine, it's still addicted to sugar, still eat chips, still just eat whatever I wanted, drinking sodas, not as much, because I wouldn't give them soda, but we would do like juicy juice, and the other stuff like that. But we weren't real big soda drinkers when I first started having kids and stuff. So but really, when I think about it, it's pretty shameful, the things that I consume. So the consequences of poor eating has arrived. Remember, it's 2011. August of 2011, I was struck with some eye pain. I had slightly blurred vision. And I thought, I'm getting older. Maybe I need my glasses. So I made an eye appointment to the eye doctor. The eye doctor looked at the nerves. I looked at my eye, and he saw that the nerves in my eye in the back were swollen. And they were like... some things that causes optic neuritis is one, multiple sclerosis. It can be lupus, or it can be diabetes. So I'm like, okay, now what? So I didn't really know much about multiple sclerosis. So I'm looking it up, and I'm thinking like, okay, Lord, I don't want multiple sclerosis. The first thing you think when you think multiple sclerosis, think wheelchair. You're going to be like, you can't do anything. So I was like, I don't want that. If I got to choose, I'll choose diabetes. I'll just give up my sweets. I'm trying to bargain and reason and still not registering. So, and I have some handouts that you all can get later on as well. So some causes of optic neuritis is like I said, it could be like multiple sclerosis, lupus, diabetes, but then also in doing my research, a cause of optic neuritis or swelling of the nerves in your eye can be caused by malnutrition. And think about how I ate from the teenager on and down, ramen, noodles, just everything, just anything. So just think, huh?
I know you ate ramen noodles.
Girl, those boxes of hamburger helpers, that was when we first moved down with the kids' father, that was our main meal every night, hamburger helper.
Are you serious?
Girl, you wouldn't have seen me.
That's
But
disgusting.
yeah, so I mean, I didn't know any better. So, just think malnutrition. So, I'm thinking, like, we'll talk about that too some more, that, maybe from the way I was eating, my body was being robbed of so much stuff because even though I was eating food, it wasn't fuel for my body. So it was just taking stuff away, just robbing me. I mean, anemic.
That's probably why you're so
vitamin
skinny.
D low, vitamin B low, just my body is just being robbed of so much stuff. Hey, you just come grab a seat. So just being robbed of so many things. So the doctor told me, like, okay, so you have this optic neuritis. I had to go to the Cincinnati Eye Institute where they specialize in all types of, diseases and stuff. By the time I made it to the appointment to the Cincinnati Eye Institute, I was completely blind in my right eye. Like, I could not see it. When optic neuritis, when your nerves are swollen, it hurts so bad. You can't even do this, look to the side, it hurts. It's very painful. And it's just very painful because it's like you need somebody to help you drive, or you're driving like this. I was at work on the computer like this because it hurts so bad. So they told me, like, you have to have massive doses of steroids. Like, it's like a little ball of steroids. And we'll talk about steroids too. A ball of steroids that you get for like 3 to 5 days that will help with the inflammation. But then what they don't tell you is that it'll heal up on its own. So, and that's what happened. But they tried to schedule me for it. I had insurance issues. By the time I was scheduled for the steroids, my eyesight had come back with little to no residual effects. Like I didn't have, like, I couldn't see out of this eye, like side vision or anything like that. I can see. I mean, sunlight was a little sensitive, and it took a little bit to get all the way back to normal, but I did. But from that day moving forward, from that day in August to August 30th or whatever day it was, the end of August, from that day moving forward, it was like my whole life changed. I had chronic fatigue, no energy. I literally, I think I slept my whole life away. I couldn't do anything. Asthma was acting up. Had all kinds of neurological issues. So I guess my body was tired, and I didn't know. It was like my body was like, this is enough. Like, you've eaten poorly for so many years, it's just time to stop. And then I guess you could say about 35 years or whatever, because when you think about teen years,